you will have. So I love you, but you're wrong. So this one's for humanity. As it relates to COVID, the global pandemic, I'm saying to virtually everyone on the planet, I love you, but you're wrong. So let's just walk this through. First of all, we've got the conspiracy theorists. And the conspiracy theorists are saying, you know, this is all. Oh, there's several, by the way. There's more variants of conspiracy theories than there are variants of this virus. I never thought about that before. There are more variants of conspiracy theories, and I want everyone to know this: if you listen to any one of the conspiracy theorists, they'll sell you. They're freaking good. They've got their cases. They've got their backups. Oh, yeah. They got their authorities. They've got their research. They've got this. Everyone should know what I know. Every conspiracy theory makes complete sense when sold well by the conspiracy theorists. And for all I know, they're all right. I mean, maybe they can't all be right. But the fear in the okay. So some people believe this thing was created in a lab. My response, of course it was. I mean, yeah. So what's the next point? Well, it's part of a movement to control the world, right? A one world government. Well, yeah, I think we've known that for a while. There's moves to control the world. And I mean, I was taught that in cartoons. Every cartoon character is trying to take over the planet, right? So we know there's people who want to take over the earth. And we know there's big, powerful forces. So for me, it's like, yeah, and then some people are like, there's no virus. Of course there's viruses, but there's viruses. I mean, I want to be I just want to take a moment and say, my heart goes out to all of those, and it's virtually everyone, by the way, who has suffered as a result of this pandemic. Like, this is heartbreaking. Let's focus on the heart. Let's focus on how sad this is. Let's focus on loving and all of those things rather than picking fights and fear mongering. So my heart goes out to everyone affected, and virtually everyone on the planet is affected. Virtually everyone here has been affected economically. Virtually everyone here has been affected in the ways of freedom to move about, freedom to hang out with loved ones, freedom to get your, obligatory 10 or 12 hugs a day or whatever the number is. We as a species have suffered. That's sad. I would rather us focus on how sad this is and how much we love each other rather than I'm right, you're wrong. Let's pick a fight, scare the crap out of each other and create a bunch of negative energy. So is there a virus? Yes, of course there's a virus. There's a million viruses. Are there people trying to rule the world? Yes, of course there's people trying to rule the world. Have politicians made mistakes? Of course. What qualified them to be able to handle something like this? Plus, let's be honest. I don't want to be cruel, but they're kind of puppets. There's other people affecting how the politicians make decisions. So they're doing what they can with what they know, being bullied by forces that we don't know about. Plus, they're being bullied by you and I. So politicians are making a million mistakes. Doctors are making a million mistakes. Not all doctors agree. Not all religions agree. Let's understand that we're not going to all agree. My opinion is there's a handful of people who know the whole truth, and none of them are dumb enough to tell us. So we're not going to know. The question is, what do we know? What is the appropriate response? So, by the way, let's go to the vaxxers. So the anti-vaxxers. I listen to anti-vaxxers. I agree with them 100%. Every time an anti-vaxxer, does a good job of pitching their stuff, I'm like, I'm with you 100%. And then I hear the other side, and I'm like, okay, now I'm with you. Because there's so much power in their positions. I respect all of them. My point is not about how right you are. My point is about how loving you are. This is it. This is my point. I love you, humanity, but you're wrong. This is a time when humans needed to come together, not pick more fights, not say this is my camp, this is your camp. Those people are stupid. Those people are evil. Let's fight them. Let's whine, bitch, moan, and complain. Let's start a poll. Let's rebel. Let's take down the man. Oh my goodness. This is the perfect time for us to come together as a species and move forward in love, not fear, not frustration. but faith in the goodness of humanity, the love energy of the planet. This is a time to come together, not separate. If you want to weaken a species, get them fighting with each other. If you want to weaken an army, get them fighting with each other. If we would move together in love and genuinely grieve all the sadness, all the loss, all the pain, and all the mistakes, if we were to come together, this pandemic would be the biggest blessing to all of humanity. If this pandemic caused us to come together, the species would escalate. We would elevate. We would be enlightened. If we were to, quote unquote, use this as an opportunity to take our spiritual game to the next level, our unification of a planet to the next level, then this thing would be the greatest blessing ever. And quite frankly, that love energy, the immune system does a whole lot better in laughter and love than it does in fear and frustration. And there's way too much science. There's way too much science to back me on this. My issue is not that you're not right. My issue is that you're not experiencing and exuding love and joy and peace. And never before in human history has there been more of a need. We're shifting now from a viral pandemic, which is still hot. I get it. Viruses aren't going away. We need to get stronger as humans. If we're waiting for the world to get safer, we're aiming in the wrong direction. If we're aiming at being stronger as an individual, stronger as a species, stronger spiritually, stronger relationally, stronger economically, if we focus on our strengths rather than running away from challenges, then this is the greatest thing that ever happened to humanity. And right now we're moving from, and it's already started, from a viral pandemic to a mental health pandemic. Never before in human history has humanity been experienced a greater threat, and it's not the virus. It's mental health, it's separation, it's divisions. My friends, I love you, but you're wrong. You're right on everything about your facts. I'm sure everybody's right about something, but that just was never the point. It's more right to be loving than it is to be right. And today, more than ever, I'm calling humanity to say, let's just love each other anyway. I get it. Everyone but you is wrong. I get it. Everyone's wrong. You're right. I get it. But can you love us anyway? Can we love you anyway? Let's move towards love and joy and peace instead of winning an argument. My friends, COVID cannot hurt a unified humanity, unified in love and joy and peace. I would say we focus on that. This will be the greatest thing that ever happened to us. So I love you, humanity. But in this one, you were wrong.